Yo, and yo. What it do, bro? It is your boy, Eugene O'Neal, and I'm back with episode 7. Round of a fucking applause, man. Round of applause. So yeah, your boy was having a little bit of technical issues starting this motherfucker, but you know what, man? What are issues without, or what are podcasts without issues? Excuse me. So yeah, just finished having that. So again, welcome back to Gene's Pod. We are at episode 7. Yo, the crazy thing is that I'm excited for myself for even having episode 7. Dead ass. I didn't think I would even get this far, man. Like just because, you know, my own personal situations, but you know what, it's one of those things you got to kind of push through and make the best of, or you just got to push through. So this is me pushing through episode 7, motherfuckers. All right, cool. So all right, now that I'm done cursing, now I'm trying to get shit out the way. It's Eugene O'Neal. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my daily stuff, man. We're gonna talk about a couple of things today, man. I might even, ain't no might. I am gonna jump into a little bit of politics. Of course, today I'm gonna do the IE shout out. So, yeah, all the homies who's been dropping new music, or even people who I don't even know, but you stay in IE, we about to highlight you tonight in this dancery. Then we're gonna probably talk. Oh, ain't no. See, I keep saying probably because I wrote this stuff down, and I usually either don't get to them or I don't. So, but nah, the lukadoncic effect. We're gonna talk about Luka and the Lakers. I'm not a Laker fan, but I grew up with a Laker fan, my dad. So you know, I probably know more about the Lakers than most Laker fans now. And then we gonna jump into mental health. And why you should probably talk about it a lot more with people you love. Jump into some Captain America, the new movie. I haven't seen it yet, but we're gonna talk about the conversation around it. And then my favorite topic of tonight is going to be. That shit was crazy. Hold on, I saw my dog looking at the wall just randomly. Oh shit! Oh my god! My girl scared the shit out of me. I didn't know she left. Yeah, sorry, babe. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is Luna looking at, though, bro? You about to have me on some? Oh man, what a way to start episode 7. All right, so. Now that we here, let's fucking get into it. You know, I actually might talk about a couple of different things too. Hold on one second. What you look for? You want the monitor? Okay. Sorry, I had to pass the monitor, man. You know, you see, I'm in the kitchen. Somebody had commented on this on my TikTok. Like, oh, the homie's in the kitchen, man. But yeah, you know, my daughter was born in 2023, but her room originally was my studio. So you know, sacrifice got to be made, man. You know what I'm saying? For the baby, you gotta move all shit out the way. So I am here in my kitchen, dining room / kitchen. You know, hopefully this podcast will start paying bills so we can get the fuck up out of here. Until then, you're gonna see this kitchen that that refrigerator. It's very black and Mexican. We haven't put a whole bunch of shit on there. And then little old me back here, man. Little old Gene's pod sitting on my daughter's food thing. Anyway, let's get into it, bro. So this is actually a topic. One of the first topics that we're gonna jump into is why do And I like, again, I don't know the answer to this, but this is the question that I pose out. Like, why are so many black creators beefing with each other? What's the issue behind that? I don't know. I have my theory, so we're gonna go through that right now. Obviously, and this is gonna go back into history. Black folks, when we were first, I guess, indoctrined into like Christianity and, well, kind of forced into this stuff. Take that back. Ain't no kind of. We were forced into this stuff through slavery and shit like that. The people who enslaved us saw that we were extremely powerful and not just powerful individually, we're a lot more powerful together. And so the folks who enslaved us did everything they can to try to break us down in many ways. And religion being a major one, and then against each other. So this is a something that is, histories years back of just like how we were made to interact with each other. And so a lot of that obviously has trickled down through history. And the main part of it is black folks have a lot of crabs in the barrel mentality. We do. We all do. I'm victim of it. And I think most black people are victim of it. I think, hell, even all of them. I'll go on a limb and say all of them, because we all have had at least an instance of hate towards a fellow black person. I say that as if like, I'm not black, as say as a fellow brother and sister. And I'm not absolved of having that. I've done it myself. But then obviously looking back on it, I've done my best to at least try to change that mindset with myself and with people. But yeah, we're pretty much bred, or not bred, but like once we came over here to kind of hate on each other because the power that we have together. That was obviously shown in with certain things through history that were obviously destroyed. Black Wall Street. We'll just start there. This is a community of black people coming together and actually doing what white folks wanted us to do. Our captors wanted us to do was to get out there and work and do our own thing and have our own and so on and so forth. So we did plenty of times. I'm just using Black Wall Street as an example, as an example, because I think most black people know what that's all about. So we did all that stuff. We've tried plenty of times to create our own within this country, and obviously to no avail. We were tragically shut down by American military, by white folks, by they just destroyed us because we were too powerful. And then also doing just certain things that were put into place for us to hate each other, and that has now trickled down into like that's just kind of how we are in a lot of cases. So it's unfortunate to say this, is like when black people, when some black folks see another black person doing better than them, instead of encouragement or instead of like trying to push a positive for this person, they do their best to hate on it. They'll find themselves, so say for instance, hey, you get a whole bunch of people saying, oh, this person right here, James right here is blowing up, so on and so forth. His shit is banging, blah blah blah. Then you have those people who will come around and say, well, that nigga ain't doing what I'm doing, or that nigga ain't doing it big, or you know what I'm saying. You just find certain people who just like literally find shit just to hate on with black folks with each other, and like you see that shit even on obviously on a bigger scale, especially with the uprising of podcasts and the uprising of black podcasters. Everybody feels they have a voice, especially when you're in the podcast space. That's why I'm here. But just because you have a voice, it doesn't make it like truth. We're just all giving our own opinion. And some of these opinions, some of these opinions are just based off of either internal hate or just hate for whatever that subject or person may be, or whatever the situation is. And again, instead of congratulating or bringing this person up or understanding like, hey, this person over here has a voice, and I either may not agree with it, or whatever the case may be, they're over there doing something big for our community. And the best thing for me to do is bring this up, because that's all I'm going to do is continue to bring our community up. People don't see, black folks don't see it that way. A lot of them. And I'm not saying like, this specific situation, 'cause I'm going to talk about Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams. That was last year, beginning of January 2024. I'm not saying like that was a catalyst that started it all, but Shannon Sharp had during that time and he still does, has a very large voice in the black community, especially in the entertainment space. If you guys don't know who Shannon Sharp is, he is an ex-NFL player, 3-time Super Bowl winner, one of the greatest tight ends that ever played the game. But he has also turned into one of the great analysts, a sports analyst in the entertainment field. And so he has a show called Club Shay Shay, and Club Shay Shay highlights, well, from what I saw in the beginning, it just highlights a lot of black Americans who are doing extremely well, and they're speaking their stories, talking their truth, and so on and so forth. So Shannon Sharp had Cat Williams on in 2024, and Cat Williams did a lot of either exposing and then a lot of talking shit. For me personally, I think a lot of that, like 99% of that shit, was a bunch of bullshit and him just being funny, a comedian, who Cat Williams is. And then it turns out like some of that stuff was somewhat true. But be that as it may, it seemed like it was an opening door to hate on the next person. Some people didn't understand Cat Williams' approach, and even sometimes I kind of don't understand it, because it did just sound like just straight up hate. But it was Cat Williams telling his truth, and you can't deny that from someone who, you know what I'm saying, you don't know their life. So that was his truth, and I'm not going to deny his truth. I just think some of that shit was bullshit. But again, don't live his life, don't know it. But that became a catalyst for other black entertainers to shit on each other. Literally, it was like 2024 was just a shit on each other fest with a lot of black creators, a lot of black entertainers. And it just, I don't know, it just perpetuates the idea of black folks don't want to see each other win. And like I don't believe that, but there are a lot of instances that would probably people would believe that. Like, oh well, all black folks kind of shit on themselves. And then like because then like you go to like other ethnic groups, like white folks, they don't shit on each other like that. They don't go out and just telling folks business. They don't go out and just try to ruin some other comedian's career just because they either had a situation with them. They obviously, they may not like them. Whatever the case may be, they have some type of disdain towards that other black creator. And us as black folks, like I said, we don't really give a shit about a lot of things, man. And once we like kind of dig in, we just kind of go in. And I just don't see that from a lot of other communities. Again, maybe I'm not in those communities, so I don't see it as much. But either way, I just don't see it. It's not mainstream like black folks hate is mainstream. It's like, and it seems to be a lot of entertainment for other ethnicities. God dang, fat tongue. But that seems to be the case. And like you got people like Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is an amazing comic. He's hilarious. But he says a lot of bullshit, a lot of fabrications, and a lot of him just speaking his mind and trying to pose it as truth. So I take a lot of issue with a lot of folks who do that. Like he's a brother that I've never really seen take a lot of accountability off the shit that he says. And a lot of times, man, he talk about black folks, bro. He always like big on like black niggas being gay and so on and so forth, and like trying to out that shit out. Like I don't like if they gay, they gay. Let them. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You can't. And then trying to make it sound like it's a bad thing. Like these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are fucking up society. Nigga, no, bro. They're doing their own thing, and so. And and then like for black people, like you can't if you get into a certain level of celebrityism or whatever it is, you on some gay shit or you done some weird ass gay shit, like whatever the fuck the case may be, and that don't make no damn sense. I don't get it. People just can't, like black folks just can't get to the top just by being who they are, a regular person. It always got to do some in the butt bullshit. Like I don't get it, dog. I don't understand. And like I said, that's just I'm speaking about Corey Holcomb in that specific situation because he really like goes in on that side of shit. Again, great, amazing talent, man, amazing talent. I just me personally, I'm like, bro, why you always coming at like why? What is the point? Like, what is your hate for these people? I don't know. And it's like and like I said, it's not. And it's not just Corey Holcomb. You got Ari Spears who does the same thing. Again, these are all great comedians. But I'm trying to figure out like, bro, what do we get out of this? What do we understand? Like, what's the point of hating on the next black man to get up? It just don't make no fucking sense to me. So yeah, like like I said, a lot of black creators. Well, no, let me take that back. Not a lot of black creators. Just the ones that I'm naming, and it seems to look as a lot of black creators because these are I'm speaking about these are the majority of people who are on the internet. Now you do have others like Kai Cenat. It's a young kid, but I haven't he has all his folks is black. All his whole team is black, and so I respect him. I don't see him going out tearing down other black folks. He just he's just a goofy little young kid who likes what he likes. He tear down. He'll shit on anything, But I see that he's for as young as he is, he's a fairly educated kid, and he seems to understand the message when it comes to, hey, I need to stop talking. I can't be down on my own folks, just for a bag. So this kid seems like to be a new catalyst when it comes to that area, and he's extremely popular. So I like some of his messaging. But the thing is, for him to be this young kid to have that thought process and messaging, and as opposed to like the older crowd, older black crowd, like I'm like, nigga, how does he get it, and some of you older brothers don't get it. So I don't know. But the hate, look, we got to stop the hate between each other, man. We're not gonna get anywhere. We're not gonna continue to grow unless we stop. This it doesn't help us get anywhere at all, and it makes every other ethnicity continue to have that stereotype about us. Like, oh, they just even even when we go on other podcasts, like, these podcasters are framing things so we could talk shit about people. And a lot of these niggas just ain't paying attention. Like Vlad TV, I don't fuck with him, but he literally frames everything to go against another black person. You know what I'm saying? So and you got niggas on here who can't wait to get on there and shit on another nigga. Adam 22, another podcaster who does the same thing, who like literally dives into gang culture and is showing like, and he's just, I don't know, that the gang culture is a whole nother subject, man. Like, yeah, it's just nothing but niggas hating on niggas, essays hating on essays. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hating on essays hating on niggas. Like, that's just a stupid fucking circle of hating on on your own cultures. But then you got, like I said, bro, you got niggas like Adam 22 who want to continue to expose, or not expose that, but like propagate that, push that type of shit out. And so, like, yeah, we until we understand or figure it out how these type of podcasters or these folks out here aren't for us, whether they try, they give us a microphone to speak on, they're not for us, bro. They're not, they're not looking to better us. They're looking to keep us down or keep us in a stereotype. And it's a bunch of bullshit. And I hope one day that a lot of these larger creators start to call that shit out. More so the ones in the spaces where black folks like to reside, the entertainment space, the sports space, the anime space, there's a couple of more, but like, those are some of the main ones that we tend to gravitate to. And especially like the hating stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, dog, and then I can't, bro, getting into the sports, man, niggas just be hating on that's a whole nother story. I'll jump into that later. But yeah, bro, and shout out to Angel Reese, because I was gonna get into that. She has a even though she does kind of pop off here and there, but the amount of hate that she receives from black men, black women, and all she's trying to do is just uplift us and show and show the God-given talents that she has, and that the next young little black girl can go and do the same thing. She gets a gang of hate. And most of it isn't warranted. She's a young girl herself, so a lot of the shit that she's having to endure, like she's having to like yo, I've never had to deal with this type of shit before. You know what I'm saying? And like as a young black female who has all this talent, who has acquired who has now acquired, generational wealth being in the WNBA. She gets so much hate from her own community. And that's bro, we got to stop that type of shit, bro. If we're going to continue to build, if we're going to try to build and want to uplift and build, bro, we got to, first of all, we got to stop the self-hate. We can't continue to hate each other, hate ourselves. That can't be, yeah, we just got to stop that shit. So yeah, that was I'm for sure gonna dive more into that shit as in more episodes, but I can really go on about this, dog. Like I said, I love my people. I love people in general, but of course I love my people, and I want us to continue to thrive in the world, and especially in the place that we were brought to. And I just continue to succeed. Stop hating on each other, man. Let's find a brotherhood, sisterhood, blackhood, something, nigga. We all fighting for the same thing, man. We are all fighting for the same thing, whether you know it or not. We are all fighting for the same thing. And once we get to that thought process, like every other ethnicity around us, I think the power that we know we have, we can finally do something about certain things. We just have to come together a lot more. Yeah, man. So that was my thing on Black creators, man. I love you guys. I love my Black people. I love you all. And I just want us to be better as a people. That's it. No, nothing major after that, you know. And I think everybody would agree with that. Now, let's get into some other hate, and we're gonna kind of go into the entertainment field and business. The new Captain America. Now, I know you guys don't really like this new Captain America. And when I say you guys, I don't mean Black people. I mean everyone except. And I'm not saying all, but the recent backlash has only come from a certain group of people. Well, I won't say only because I don't know everybody, but I'll say the majority of the backlash has come from a majority of a specific type of people. More so into the how can I say this without fucking, let me just rip the fucking Band-Aid off, bro. It's a gang of conservatives, a gang of MAGAs, a gang of Republicans who just don't understand fiction. So, if you guys are familiar, if you guys are in comic book world, if you know anything about anything, so Captain America, we know who he is. Obviously, the name speaks for itself. But there has been a lot of backlash because Captain America, who is normally a Caucasian male, is now a African American male. And some people don't like that. Now, let's just get into the. So let's do one thing. Let's go here first. Let's just get into the history of Captain America. And I'm just going to be very, very brief in this. And I'll start by saying there's been more than one Captain America. There's been women Captain America. There have been different ethnicities of Captain America. So if you aren't familiar with this, then I can see where your confusion lies with how Marvel has come to this conclusion of we now have a Black Captain America. And lastly, it's all fiction. This is all make-believe, fake. We can turn these people into anything that we want to. The creators, the writers, the illustrators can turn any of these characters into anything that they want. And they have plenty of times. Thousands, millions of comic books, and comic book characters that have been represented by many different ethnicities, many different genders. So how we get to this point of hating, or some hating, the Captain America, the new Captain America, because obviously it's Falcon. Falcon is a African American character, who has taken on the mantle of Captain America. Captain America is not subject to one person. Anyone can wear the mantle, just like Black Panther. Anyone can wear the mantle. It does not matter white or black. You can wear that mantle. So the outrage that folks have is soiled in ignorance. And so I'll say this, the majority of people who even watch like comic book movies are casual fans for the most part. They love people who watch these movies are just action fans. They don't really know shit about the comic books. They like some of the people who the actors who play these characters, and I think that's why a lot of people go, and a lot of have a lot of turnout. And that means like a lot of these people don't know the stories or don't know the history behind a lot of these characters. So I say that to say, like, bro, the backlash is just built in straight ignorance. Like I said, I haven't actually seen the movie myself, but I saw the Winter Soldier, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the series that's on Disney, and which pretty much showed how he became in the MCU, how he became the next Captain America. So let's just put this here, like, yo, the MCU has been plotting at this for years since Falcon came onto the scene as an Avenger. So it's not like people should be surprised at the direction that Marvel and Disney went to get here. Like I said, Falcon. So there's been a couple of times where Falcon has actually been Captain America. One of those times, the first time, was, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the correct date, the correct time, all that stuff, because I don't want to come up here and I don't want to come up here and mess it up for everybody. Here it is. Here, Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty. This is around the time. This is when Captain America was first introduced, and Bucky was introduced or not Bucky. Sam Wilson, Falcon, was introduced as well. Where is it at? Shortly after the incident, a hate group. Oh, this is back in 1980. I apologize. So, let me just read the whole thing. So, before Sam Wilson officially took over as Captain America, he briefly wore the iconic costume on a few different occasions. During his early days as the Falcon, when Sam was framed for a crime by the villainous Diamond Head, Steve gave him his Captain America costume so he could pass by the nearby police without raising any suspicion in Captain America 1968, issue 126. So, again, he has worn this costume plenty of times. Over 60 years ago is when Sam Wilson first put on the Captain America suit. So this is something that people don't even know and are outraged by. And then the second time he did it was shortly after the incident. A hate group, called the Sons of the Shield, seemingly killed Steve. Sam used the Captain America Halloween suit to carry on his friend's legacy and protect the people of Harlem in Captain America Sentinel of Liberty in 1998, issue number 8. As Captain America, Sam became a media sensation by stopping villains for carrying out hate in Steve's name. For carrying out hate in Steve's name. By stopping villains from carrying out hate in Steve's name. I was like, what the fuck? When Steve resurfaced under the villain's mind control, Sam fought and ultimately freed his friend. After returning to the Falcon identity, Sam remained one of Steve's closest allies and was the first hero to join him in fighting the Superhuman Registration Act during the Civil War in 2006. When one of the Red Skull's plots left Steve dead in the immediate aftermath of the conflict, Iron Man passed Captain America's costume and shield on to Hawkeye, Clint Barton, then Bucky Barnes, who had just returned to his senses after spending decades as the brainwashed Winter Soldier. So, due to his deep appreciation for Captain America, for what Captain America meant as a symbol, remember, Captain America can be held by anyone as a symbol, not a person. Sam confronted Tony Stark and told him he felt betrayed by his decision in Captain America 2005, issue number 37. However, Sam still served as the new Captain America's partner to ensure that the weight of Captain America's mantle was not too much for the still recovering Bucky to handle. See, like I said, Bucky has held the helm of Captain America as well. So let's continue to read. It's called The All-New Captain America. Although Steve Rogers returned and resumed his duties as Captain America for a time, he eventually passed his shield to Sam Wilson. So Captain America, Steve Rogers, actually passes his suit to Sam Wilson when he had to step down from his iconic role. After his super soldier serum was neutralized during a fight with the villainous Iron Nail, Steve rapidly became to age as decades of adventures caught up with him. Without hesitation, Steve chose Sam to follow him as Captain America, particularly since he had saved New York from one of Armin Zola's bombs. With all the Avengers assembled, Steve officially passed his shield to Sam in Captain America 2012 issue number 25. So Sam Wilson has been Captain America for over 13 years, like the official Captain America for over 13 years. So here we go. So Sam Wilson's time as Captain America began in All New Captain America 2014. So he was given the helm in 2012, and then they started the issue of All New Captain America in 2014. Again, 11 years ago. Issue number 1. As Captain America, Sam faced several of his and Steve's old enemies, including Hydra, Baron Zemo, and the Sons of Serpent, and extremist hate group. Duh. So now look. Now here's a different part of a story here. It says, although he stepped away from S.H.I.E.L.D. when he began actively speaking out about political issues, Sam maintained his predecessor's role as a core member of the Avengers. In addition to working with established heroes like Misty Knight and D-Man, Sam also found new partners in Joaquin Torres, who uses bird-like powers to become the new Falcon, and Ian Rogers, who Steve raised to be nomad in the harsh alien world of Dimension Z. So I read all that to say, so give people an actual history of Sam Wilson, the Falcon, turning into Captain America. He has been Captain America for quite some time now. And the crazy thing that people seem to understand is, so the thing that people are associating Captain America with, they think is just one specific single person in Steve Rogers. A Caucasian, blonde-haired, blue-eyed male. That is what these people think that Captain America should represent. A person, a specific type of person, a specific looking type of person, a person who, in some people's eyes, is what America's supposed to look like. That specific looking person. That's all the while forgetting that all of this is fiction. It's all fake. Like I said in the beginning of this, like Captain America could be a fucking alien. But as long as he represents the core values of what Captain America represents, anybody can hold that shield. Anyone. So I believe this is it's dumb for people to shit on it based off the character not representing or what they think represents America. Which is a bigger issue in the long run. In which Sam Wilson has spoken about plenty of times, and the writers of Sam Wilson, the Falcon / Captain America, have spoken about it. A lot of his comic books, him specific. Well, not just him specifically, because there's a lot of African American comic book characters have had to deal with racism. Again, these are all fictional characters. A lot of them written by white boys, and these guys understand the nuance of what they've had to deal with. So again, shout out to the writers who really put their names and necks on the line to write for African American characters, who to do their very best to understand society and understand what they've had to go through. So I that's kudos, and I appreciate, and it's why I love comics. I love comic books, because these aren't just most of these people, most of these illustrators, writers, they're true Americans of what America is supposed to be, and they understand what's going on in society, in everyone's society. They help, you know what I'm saying? They have so many ethnicities who are leaders in their own right in comic books, that it's kind of crazy for people to get away from that actual fact about comics. It's, you got red, white, black, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. You got aliens from outer space, different, whole gods and stuff like that, different color gods, different ethnicity gods, different whatever the hell being gods, all over in the comic book space, and they all tell a different story, but it just, all these stories seem like somewhat relatable, like they're bringing some type of humanism to these comic books, these comic stories. And so that's so going back to say, like, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, being Captain America, it just goes to show how the comic books and how comics period just see the world in a different light. And again, a lot of these writers they're very eclectic, a group of people. But the fact that a lot of the writers for a lot of these African American characters have been white, and they have done their absolute damn good job in representing us and representing other cultures other than Caucasians. So I fucks with that. And then again, I like how they do their white characters too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these ain't just a bunch of assholes. No, these guys are humanitarians, people who who love other people. People who are just fucking, like, they just regular human beings. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of cases, they don't even look at, like, comic books don't even look at like race or any or gender or none of that shit, man. Because there's so many powerful people in all these characters. None of that stuff is really brought up until it comes to, like, specific characters, and especially if they're living in if they're trying to portray a character living in America at a specific time, they have to be accurate. So in order for people to kind of believe some of this, obviously you can't believe it's comics, you know what I'm saying? But to feel like they're a part of the comic, they have to be somewhat historically correct, in the way to, especially in America, well, especially in the world, excuse me, not just America, but in the world. So there has to be some type of relativity to the comics book and to the reader in order for these to be so popular. So like I said, I bring it all back down to now look, if the movie's bad, like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm not gonna talk about people shitting on the movie as far as like it being quality. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but from if it's any indication from the show was dope as hell to me. So if movies are usually better than the series. So for me, if it's better than the series, it's gonna be dope to me. I think it's gonna be amazing. So if the but if the movie is actually shitty, then we can talk about the movie being shitty. But not we're not what we can't do. What you would be ignorant to do is to not want to participate in watching this movie based off ignorance and hate. That doesn't move the needle for no one. It doesn't help society. It further, all it does is further divide. Yeah. So if you don't if you're not watching this movie based off just because Captain America is now black, you a dummy. And real talk, you shouldn't be in the space. If you're gonna personalize shit like that off your own racism or off your own then you're an idiot. You're just a dumbass. You don't know shit about comics. You don't even fucking read comics. You're ignorant as fuck. And yeah, just don't participate in comic books anymore. Stop watching these movies. You know, because you're not they're not gonna be just white people flying in fucking costumes all the time. You're gonna have different ethnicities, different fucking species as main characters. So fuck you for not watching the movie if that's how you're basing this shit. In the comic book space doesn't want you. Their comic book space is such an eclectic group of people. There's no room for ignorance and hate. But if you don't like the movie just based off it just being a terrible movie, that's your opinion. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has that opinion. So yeah, shout out to what's the nigga name? Who's playing this motherfucker? I forget the name, bro. He always looking like he knows secrets about you. Anthony Mackie. Yeah, let me get Anthony Mackie. So shout out to Anthony Mackie. He had a great monologue at the very end, at the last episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which pretty much sums up the mantle of Captain America. So if you ever get a chance to go back and watch that, because if I play it on here, I'm gonna get a monetization strike. You know what I'm saying? So can't do that. But yeah, it's a great introduction to him becoming Captain America. Why he became Captain America, why he wanted to become Captain America. Because you remember, like, Sam Wilson had to accept this role. It's not like he asked for it. He had to accept this role. So yeah, please go ahead and watch that monologue. It's at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and honestly, just watch the whole show, the whole series. It's an amazing series. But yeah, and it'll give you a lot of insight of how he became Captain America. And hell, you can even go back to when Falcon was first introduced. You already saw where this was going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my thing with Captain America. That's my beef with Captain America, and those who got an issue with the new Captain America. I love Steve Rogers still. He's, you know what I'm saying? That's Big Cap, you know. But then then you got Sam Wilson, who's also Cap. Yeah, even the Winter Soldier, he's also Captain America. Shout out Peggy too, man, for being Captain Britain. You know what I'm saying? She was also a Captain America, but just in the British side. See, anybody can fucking wear it to hold the mantle. Male, female, black, white, Asian, don't matter. They can be Captain America. Because that's what America stands for. That's what it should stand for. That's why people are here. It's a melting pot of just different ethnicities and genders. And that is why we are the greatest country in the world. And well, I'll leave that there. There's nowhere to go. I don't want to go anywhere else with that. Man, so let's well, I guess that's a good time to jump into the political thing. You know, it's a great segue, you know, talking about Captain America being African American now, and is generally a Caucasian. white American. So political differences and how pussy people are on both sides. So let me just do that there. On both sides. I'm going to start with the Democratic side first, because I think people who, like a lot of my friends or whatever, who actually talk to me about political stuff, I think that they think that I'm a Democrat, just because a lot of the things that I wouldn't say a lot of the things. There's a few things that they say and do that I agree with, because it just fucking makes sense. Democrats are normally humanitarians. They actually care about people, for the most part. Just the parts that I tend to care about. The other side with Democrats, they're a bunch of bitches. They complain about a lot. They complain, and don't have no fucking action for nothing. Democrats are like they like there's a whole crabs in the barrel between them too. Like they somebody's idea, like people's ideas in the Democratic fucking party, they believe that their idea is better than the next idea, instead of coming together on a specific idea and running with that. It's more of a it's more of a popularity contest with the Democrats. People have some of the same wording, but they want it to be, well, I said it this way, and they, you know what I'm saying, and this is my thing, so I should be the one to, excuse me, to be the head, or whatever the case may be, the mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. Yeah, that just doesn't work. You got a whole bunch of conflicting ideas, or not conflicting ideas, but the same ideas that somehow seem to be conflicting with each other. Excuse me. Just doesn't. I mean, it turns people off. It turns anybody off, especially if people who are just jumping into the political space. It's gonna turn you off. I mean, it's like, man, fuck this shit, bro. These guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're always bitching about the same. Like, they're always bitching about messaging and how it should be messaged. And Republicans just don't play like that. I'll get to them in a second, but I'm giving a contrast of how Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, Republicans don't give a fuck. They're gonna say what the fuck they're gonna say. They're gonna really stick, bro. If they don't like something, they're gonna go out. They're gonna do their very damnedest to say it. And the thing about it is, about Republicans, they know how they all will band together on one idea and go ham on it. They don't give a fuck if it's a lie or not. They actually stick together and go ham on the subject. They don't give two fucks about who's listening. They don't care about anybody's feelings. That is one thing I will say about the Republican Party. Balls out, bro. They they don't give a fuck. They'll say what I don't like illegals, and they'll specify, I don't like Mexicans, I don't like you know what I'm saying, I don't like El Salvadorians, I don't like Colombians, I don't like Venezuelans, because that's a big thing. I don't like Caribbeans, I don't like Chinese, I don't like anybody outside coming into my country, because they believe, Republicans, they take pride. This is my shit, my country, my blah blah blah, and I will do everything I can to keep you motherfuckers out of here. Not aside the fact from them being immigrants themselves, that's another story. But yeah, Republicans don't give a flying fuck, and that's where Democrats lose. They don't have there's no backbone to there's no conviction on what they're talking about, or how they want to move with their party, or to bring other people on. There are like, I guess, like now in the last year or so, last 2-3 years, there are a few Democrats who are like, man, fuck this shit, man, gloves off, we about to get out here and start doing it. but there's not enough. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett. She's an amazing congresswoman. She's a lawyer. She's from Texas. That sister right there, man, like she don't give two flying fucks. She gonna come at you, and she gonna come at you with the full extent of her knowledge and the full extent of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? She's a black woman, black woman from the South. You don't want no problems with that, bro. You're gonna lose every time. But I say that to say, like, she's become more like, man, fuck it, like not the status quo of what Democrats are normally do. These niggas are soft. Buttery ball sack soft. Just smooth as egg soft. And she's definitely, her and AOC, they're definitely the ripples in the smoothness. But we need more of that. I have been seeing, see, I say we as if like I'm see, there you go. Now, I apologize. Again, I'm not a Democrat, but these specific Democrats are what Democrats need in order to beat or to combat Republicans. Because you can't get mad at Republicans for speaking their actual fucking mind. This is what they feel, what they think, and they're gonna be as verbal as they can about it. So you cannot be mad at that at all. You can only you can just you can either go with the flow, go with what they're talking about, or you can, vote against it. But again, they ain't scared to say what the fuck they got to say. None of them. And MAGA's even worse. Like, they don't, bro. Them niggas will follow an absolute lie to the grave. And they're boisterous about it, extremely boisterous about it. They don't care if they're wrong. They only care that other people agree with them. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's how the MAGA and the Republican Conservative Party has been moving these last 10 years, and it has worked. It has worked. The American people understand, like most Americans, we are a people of, like, we like to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? We like to be brash. We like to be strong. We like to show our strength. And that is the American way. That's how America became America. Through all the bullshit, the bottom line of America is we're the best, we're the strongest. You can't stop us. And that's how we came to be. So, and a lot of Republicans, conservatives, and MAGA, that is their core values. America, that is their shit. And if you try to take that away from these folks, they're gonna burn this bitch to the ground and do everything they can to do that. So that is one thing I will give to those folks, conservatives, MAGA, Republicans. Y'all will burn shit to the ground, and with a smile on your face. Y'all will destroy your own families just to get what you want. And so, unfortunately, that's what the Democratic Party needs. They need somebody who's ready to burn the whole motherfucker down, and don't care what they say, and don't care who's in the middle of the burning. But that's what y'all got to do. I don't even know you know what I'm saying. We need more Jasmine Crockett's. We need more ALCs. We need now Bernie Sanders. I see Bernie Sanders out here doing his thing. And for me, Bernie Sanders is not necessarily a Democrat. I feel he's more of an independent or libertarian. If you guys understand, if you guys really know what these words are, these parties are, just look them up. I'm not going to explain it to you. I've done my due diligence. But yeah, I believe he's more libertarian than anything. He is more of a, if you want to call radical, he's more of a radical thought leaning, Democrat. But at this point in time, they need that. They need somebody who's going to say what the fuck he's going to say, what they're going to say. Bernie is an old hippie. You know what I'm saying? He was out there, smoking weed, doing quaaludes out there, still being a political person back there, back in the 60s and 70s. So, you know what I'm saying? He with the shit. That white man with the shits. But we need more of that. We only got for me, you only got like certain people. Then you have like a lot of the left leaning, independent, news sites or podcasts or voices, what have you, who like still, man, like you guys are. I listen to a lot of these guys and like even to I'm like, bro, how come you guys aren't going as hard as these MAGA Republicans? Like I'll go listen to what's that dude's name? Oh my God! Well, it's a good thing I don't really know these dudes like that. But what's his name? Tim Reed. His name is Tim Reed. I want to make sure. Tim Reed podcast. Okay, maybe it's not Tim Reed. Maybe his name is not Tim Reed. A Fire Time podcast. Okay, maybe it's not Tim Reed. Anyway, he's this guy's a you know what? No, let me actually get this guy's name. Let me get his name because this makes more to my point. YouTube. Tim Pool. Is it Tim Pool? Tim Pool. There he is. Tim Pool. So this guy is a American right-wing political commentator and podcast host. He's a far right of an extreme right podcaster, but most of the podcasters in that far right leaning field are extremely popular. I mean, like, dog, these are the guys who, like, you know, Dave Rubin, Dave Rubin, who used to be a Democrat at one point, or independent. He was actually on the Daily Show for a little bit, which is crazy how he switched like that. But, you know, Ben Shapiro's, people like that, who are just extreme right-wing MAGA conservatives. But these guys don't hold back for nothing. They don't, and that's why I give these dudes a lot of kudos and praise. Patrick Bet-David, another one. Patrick Bet-David, he is a Republican for sure, and he's a MAGA. But there's a few things with him. He actually makes a lot more sense in certain aspects. I also heard I don't really know much about his past, but I heard PBD is a scammer too. Hey man, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it happens, dog. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have our scammer days. So I can't totally fault homie for that's how he made his millions, how he made millions, man. You know, you don't get caught, you do your thing, man. Hey, what can I say? What can I say, bro? What can I say? I used to ex-drug dealer, so I know what it is, dog. I know what it is to be on the bad side of the law. You know what I'm saying? You ain't being caught. Knock on wood. Hey, hey, look, I'm not incriminating myself. I've never been caught. So, and you don't know what the fuck I was selling. Anywho, but yeah, again, matter of fact, and even to kind of go to that point of like, a lot of the right leaning, especially the extreme right leaning folks like the MAGA dog. These niggas are ex gang members, ex criminals, ex all, like these niggas some of these niggas have done some fucked up shit in life, bro, and these niggas got a voice and they don't give a shit. And people, a lot of millions of people listen to these people, and that's why MAGA is such a huge thing at this point. In the last 10 fucking years, it's just a major thing because you have these people who think like this, who've always thought like this, but now they have a voice. They have a voice, and they have the backing, and they got the people to mimic that voice. Democrats don't have that. Democrats do not have that. They're still trying to be this clean cut. I want to wear a suit every single day, haircut, you know what I'm saying? No beard, no facial hair, no stubble. Just straight up, you know what I'm saying? Everything is crisp, boxy edges, you know what I'm saying? Everything is sleek. Nothing outside of that. And that is why the Democratic Party has lost the House, the Senate, and the presidency. A trifecta. Because you niggas wanted to be soft and kept coddling dumb shit, pushing dumb agendas, and not focusing on issues that real Americans we actually care about. That's why that the MAGA Republicans have literally everything in this country, whether good or bad. And most of the stuff that I've been reading and seeing has been mostly on the bad, especially for the American people and especially for their own base. This is what I mean about like the MAGA and conservatives. Like they will destroy their own base just to get their fucking point across, to get their issues across. And Democrats won't do that. I don't get it, man. Like y'all, like the blueprint is right there for Democrats, and they choose not to fucking do that. Now, like I said, the three people that I mentioned earlier, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, excuse me, and Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was fucking about to be 80, so he's out the game. But you got these two younger, AOC and Jasmine Crockett. Both are one AOC is Hispanic and Jasmine is African American. We need more of that type of fiery side from the Democrats. Like, and it's coming from two women who are from whom are Hispanic and African American. And that's them, right? The two types of people who have pretty much been the backbone behind this country are standing up. Where the men at? Where the niggas at? Akeem Jeffries, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? You keep being this soft, clean cut. Hey, we don't talk bad about this is how we do it. We just, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Get out there and think, show your balls. I mean, like, what's up with this? Like, y'all soft. Y'all pussy soft, and that's why the America is that's why America has the leaders that they have now. Right now. So this country could end up more than likely being destroyed by this specific leadership that we have in this country, but they don't give a fuck. And unfortunately, the Democratic Party is not taking notes or finding ways to combat that. You got, like I said, you got three people in my opinion, and then you got a whole bunch of like podcasters and people who talk who still, bro, like I feel that they don't go as hard as they need to. That's just me personally. So yeah. But and now I'm gonna get to the Republicans. Now I'm about to get to Republicans. Obviously, aside from what I said, like, they're pussy too. And now, and let me get this. Let me see what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Aside from the fact of what I just said, like they're not afraid to get their messaging out. They're not afraid to it. They are afraid to debate their messaging. That's the difference. When there are a lot of people who actually oppose a lot of bullshit that's happening right now with MAGA and Republicans. It's like that. That's my issue with Republicans and the MAGA. Is like, yeah, you guys are gonna shoot your messaging out and do everything you can to keep it going, but why you being a bitch about debating somebody or want to talk about it or want to, because you know you wrong. That's the thing. Like, you motherfuckers know you wrong. And when people who are educated come and tell you about yourself and show you actual information and show you real stuff, like, y'all are quick to back out, not want to talk about it, go around it, blame the biggest thing about MAGA Republicans, bro. They are in the blame game business, dude. These guys can't keep Biden's dick at their mouth. They just can't. They every little thing that has happened or they believe is all because of Biden. Even the shit that, since Trump has been in office, motherfucker ain't been in office 60 days. Everything that his dumb ass has done during this time, that he's done, like, though they have somehow keep messaging it. They keep messaging it as it's Biden's fault. It's Biden. This nigga Biden. Bro, shut the fuck up. Stop being a bitch. And tell people what's really going on. Like, y'all pussy. Y'all don't want to debate people with real knowledge. People with real, like, I've anytime that I have tried to debate a MAGA supporter, those motherfuckers they just don't know how to. They don't know what they're talking about, and all they do is spew to me a whole bunch of conspiracy theory, a whole bunch of made up lies that they can't defend. All they're going to do is deflect and say, well, you, like, almost all of them. All they're going to say is like, well, you weren't in the White House when that happened, or you weren't sitting there, or you weren't on their text message. I'm like, bro, I don't need to be. Everything that I've seen and talked about is on. You can go read about it. You can go see it. You can go physically see it. Everything that MAGA people talk about, you can't find. It's all, you don't know everything what's going on behind the government. Yeah, of course, no one knows everything what's going on behind the government. Like, yes, Democrats, Republicans, yeah, they both fucking liars. They both hide shit. But the difference between a Democrat and the MAGA supporters, like, Democrats will show you. They'll show you. They'll here, read that. And you can follow the trail and find everything that happened there. But MAGA Republicans won't do that. They'll fucking come up with a conspiracy theory and know that their constituents will not go look this up. What has Trump said plenty of times? I love the uneducated, the undereducated. I love them. Yes, of course you do, because, nigga, they don't fucking read. They won't read. They won't go do the due diligence to find information out. They will just believe what you say, just off face value. That's it. I had a argument with a MAGA supporter not too long ago, and I asked them specifically about certain things, of why. Okay, so, like, why? This is during the time where Kamala was still running, by the way. Shout out to Kamala Harris too. Terrible fucking. She shouldn't have been in the race. And if she was gonna be in the race, she should have been there a lot earlier. They should have brought her in there. So that was just a shit show altogether. You know, it looked good on the outside, but on the inside, Democrats weren't really proud of that. Most Democrats who even as far as voting Democrats, they didn't. That was like a man. That was like a kick in the face for them. And then you have a lot of like the independents. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't like the woman. For whatever bullshit. Well, I know the bullshit that they weren't fucking with her with. That was a lot of the Trump and MAGA saying, "Oh well, not black." So that right there, my man, you know, you got a lot of ignorant black folks who be like, "Well, she doesn't look black. You know, she's not black." So you got the crabs in the barrels bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Easily swayed by ignorance. So, but getting back to what I was saying, yeah, and the crazy thing is, actually, you know what? If you guys saw the presidential debate between, well, I'm gonna start with the Biden and Trump. That was a shit show. It was terrible. Biden should not have been up there. He should have been like, no. Man, his cognitive decline was on display during that time, and Trump was just sitting there like, bro, what the fuck is this old ass nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? So that was an easy walk for Trump. Easy walk, and that's saying a lot, because listening to Trump in that debate, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But it was the fact that he was able to speak without stumbling is where his people were okay with, like, you know what, he's gonna say a bunch of bullshit, but you know, at least he's not sitting there stumbling over the words. That's the that's the lowest form of playing field for a president, for that people are okay with. But you know what? That's what happened. And then the debate with Kamala Harris. You clearly saw a difference in intelligence. Now I've spoken to people, to MAGA supporters, who listened to that debate between Kamala and Trump and said and I know why they said it, and said they don't know what the fuck Kamala was talking about. They said she did terrible, so on and so forth. That just lets me know the level of comprehension certain people have. And like, now I can't, no, and me personally, I don't, and I'm sorry if this might rub some of my friends the wrong way. I apologize, but you guys have said it yourself. You guys aren't very versed in politics. You guys aren't you guys are a little ignorant when it comes to a lot of this stuff. You guys like what you like, you hear what you hear, and that goes on. And that's it. But that is ignorant on just face value. Because these, again, like I said earlier, Republicans don't give a shit about you or anybody else. They only care about them and their bottom dollar, them and their family and their bottom dollar. Hell, even if some of their family can get it. But like I said, goddamn, oh shit, keep it that here. Okay. But for people to say, for Trump to go out here and run on what he did, and because this is the stuff I was hearing when I spoke to other MAGA supporters. Well, no, wait. Before I get there. So my bad. I'm kind of going everywhere. So talking to this specific MAGA supporter, my bad. I missed that story. This person said, I don't like Kamala Harris because she said the word. No, because she said, she said the word abortion. Bro. This person said, I don't like Kamala because she said the word abortion. Not even listening to the context. She said the word abortion. As soon as you say the word abortion, as she was saying the word abortion, she said, I don't listen to anything else. I said, that's insane. Because you said abortion a couple times. So you saying, do you not believe in your own self? Do you not like your own self for saying the word abortion? No, I was just saying, I was just using the word because I was telling you. I'm like, but you just say you don't like the word abortion. So that, again, that is one MAGA supporter that I had to deal with. Not deal with, but I wanted to engage. I was like, oh, this is ignorant. This is dumb as shit. I did not think that you would. Yeah. So then I actually played some. So I gave a scenario. I was like, hey. So if this person was found guilty for groping women, excuse me, groping women without their say so, physically putting these women in situations where they don't want to be in sexually, and literally saying, I grab that shit by the pussy. I posed that to this MAGA supporter as just not as a troll, but just as anybody. I was like, yo, if that person was running for president, would you support them? She said, hell no, I would never support this person. Blah, blah, blah. And then she asked, like, who said that? I said, Donald J. Trump. She said, no, I don't believe this. So I played her the stuff. That could be, I never heard that. I didn't know. That could be altered. I'm like, you got to be goddamn kidding me. So I said, like, MAGA, like a lot of MAGA supporters are those who don't who don't care for truthful information or only want to listen to who they like. And they could just be lying their ass off to them, and it doesn't matter. I like that person, so they can do no wrong to me. I was like, all right, man. This is America. This is goddamn America, bro. Like, if Biden did it, like, there's a lot of shit I hated from Biden. The first thing was the fucking Ukrainian war, the Ukraine and Russian war. That was the first thing as soon as that shit kicked up, I was like, yo, we about to be sending money to these niggas and it's about to fuck us all up. Little did I know I was absolutely right. But the problem was we were under Trump's tax plan. So that's, I can really get into that, but not right now. But we were under Trump's tax plan actually up until just a few weeks ago. And I think they're gonna redo the plan anyway. But then inflation started and so on and so forth. But that all started with the Ukrainian war and what Biden was doing. And not only that, just the terrible mishandling of COVID. On both Trump and Biden, both of them did a shit job. I mean, Trump did a terrible job when it first happened, and then Biden just kept on with the bullshit. So that his lack of leadership to America, for me, he was soft. I don't know. I didn't see him being a leader. And that showed a lot in his polling. You know what I'm saying? It definitely showed a lot. And then Kamala, Kamala during the whole 4 years was damn near a mute to the regular person. So I mean, like, you can't. So I don't blame Americans for voting the way they did. Hell, at one point I was looking at Trump like, hey, bro, maybe you want to slide on back, man. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I said that. I was looking at that same way. Because, and this goes to, like, so when after Trump's presidency, he was getting hit with lawsuits left and fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Some may have been, true in it said, but the other shit, like the whole Russian collusion and shit like that, bro, like, I thought that was a fucking witch hunt. I thought it was a fucking witch hunt my damn self. Whether he did it or not, there's no evidence of it. And spending the American dollars and tax dollars on those on those trials was just bullshit. Bullshit. They didn't find a goddamn thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't find anything worthy for that to be that goddamn law. At one point in time, bro, I was like, I was starting to feel sorry. I was like, it's literally every fucking other day they got this nigga in court. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? We just wasting American tax dollars for nothing. Like, you niggas, like, you haven't found a goddamn thing. Whatever it is y'all say that he did is buried, gone. You never find it. So why do we keep fucking pushing for this situation? To the point to where, nigga, it just got to the point to where they just, he done raped some women that back in fucking 20, 30 years ago. Okay, sure. Whatever. I mean, I'm not condoning that, but I'm saying, like, nigga, bro, who's at this point, who's gonna care? I mean, that's during that time, man. That type of shit was just going on, you know, with men and the women. You know, the timing of getting these lawsuits for him with those women, whether true or not, is just terrible. Like, nigga, you don't know if these women were just looking for a money grab or not. And again, I'm not saying that they're. I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm just saying just the timing of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with fucking what's the name? The Jello pudding. What's the nigga name? Bill Cosby. Crazy. I mean, but same thing that we had. That's why they released him. So yeah, you're not gonna. Come on, man. So at least, so that part, like I said, there was a time where, like I said, I understood. All right, there's some bullshit that it definitely seems like they're using government funding and government officials for some fucking witch hunt. So I would agree. I would be right there with y'all MAGA motherfuckers when it comes to that specific thing. I'm right there with you. Right there with you. But I mean, now it's a little bit of a shit show. It's crazy. And Kamala, she whether boring or just wasn't in the faces of people as y'all think, she had her plans, her stuff, like those things made sense. They made a lot of sense. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I see why. Okay. I see why Republicans don't want her in office. Because the stuff that she was talking about would be a major benefit to the working middle class, which is 98% of the country. But you know, that half of that 98% of the country wants to be like that 2% of the country. You know, the trillionaires and billionaires, and don't know, number one, how to get it, two, where to get it, three, what they had to do to get it. So yeah. So that's my thing about the political that I see the political differences with both parties. I didn't get to independents I think independents they're the ones who's gonna get out there and fight, but there's just not a lot of them. Being a Democrat or being a Republican or being a MAGA, I think is more of a like a popularity thing. I think people just want to, I do that. I'm a Dem, or I'm F the left, you know, F the right, F MAGA, you know, all that shit. I just think that's just people's talking points, and that's how people want to label everything when it comes to politics at this very juncture. So I'm like, man, whatever, dog. All y'all pussy. Y'all need to talk. Y'all need to really get to the bottom of the situation. Republicans, I know y'all got balls, but y'all only got balls amongst each other. You ain't got balls anywhere else outside of that. Democrats, where your balls at? Where your balls at? Conservatives, just get louder. I mean, excuse me, not conservative. Independents, just get louder. Get louder. More. Get louder. Stop being soft. Stop being pussy. Then that's it. Take the messaging from the Republicans and the MAGAs. Take their approach, but then use your messaging. In my opinion, you know, independents true conservatives and Democrats have shown to be the more intelligent ones, and Republicans, like Republican conservatives, tend to be more intelligent too. Now the MAGA supporters, like MAGA supporters, hey, look, man, I'm not saying y'all idiots. I just say I've tend to come across those who are a little undereducated. And that could be of no fault of theirs. And then that could just, but I mean, they could just, they like the brash approach of Donald Trump. And again, I'm not calling y'all dumb, so please don't come at me trying to say I'm calling y'all stupid. No, I'm not calling y'all stupid. That's why I said what I said. I phrased it the way I did. You know what I'm saying? They might be a little of the undereducated. And look, bro, and I've had conversations with the MAGA, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I'm not too smart in this area. You know what I'm saying? So they say it themselves. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm coming up with something like, no, this is something that's said amongst a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay. Like, I'm okay with them saying, like, I'm not too, I don't really know too much about this. You know what I'm saying? But this is how I feel, yada, yada, yada. So cool. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But my problem is with that is with you guys. Some of you guys is like, you're not okay with listening to a truth, to the real truth. You only want to hold on to your truth, and you want to hope that it's really true. Even the fact that, like, there are multiple lies have been shown into your face, you still want to hold on to this truth. Be open-minded. And I say this to everybody, but especially MAGA supporters. Be open-minded to a possibility of, hey, this could be a lie, because I can't find anything that they're talking about. I can only go off what they're saying. These people over here, and look, you don't have to, I'm a dim, like, you don't even got to do like that, but for your own sake and for the country's sake, especially what's going on in the first fucking 50 something days in this new presidential regime, just think about it, man. Look at what's going on. Just look. And if you still come to that same conclusion of, well, I believe this is going well for everything, obviously I'm good with that, and I have to be good with that. Everybody's got to be good with that. But it's not okay to be. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say it, so I'll leave it at that. So that's my political. I talked longer than I expected to about that, but it's something that's kind of been on my heart. I've always kind of want to dive into that, and I probably still will. I will in many other podcasts. I think a lot of people want to hear what I have to say when it comes to these political stances, and I do have one. I'm not shy from that. I've never been shy when it comes to conversation, so why not do it on my pod? If I lose people, I'll lose people. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you want to lose, if you don't want to be cool with me or whatever like that over my opinions about this, and I'm not hating anybody for being a MAGA supporter. I'm not hating anybody for anything like that. We just have fundamental differences with certain things that we probably won't agree on. And for my fundamental differences, I hope that they aren't the racist parts. That's it. If they are, you know what I'm saying? Again, I can only be okay with you telling your truth, and like look, bro, if you racist, I'm cool with you being racist. Just be open with me. Don't do it behind my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I know you're racist, so I know how to move around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you do something crazy, you already know what's gonna happen. But, at least tell me you're racist. Tell me you don't like me. That way I know how to approach you. That's it. Yeah, be right. I don't care. That's when it comes. Like, again, that's where it comes to, like, the Republicans or not Republicans. Again, I don't want to lump all of them in one space. That's when it comes to certain MAGA folks when they talk about building that wall and deporting specific people and literally going and targeting these specific people and not knowing if they're legal or illegal. Yeah, if you're one of those people who just don't want nobody else but your race in this country, you can eat a big ass dick. Cause yeah, fuck you. So if you're one of those people I just want my race here, all right, well, hey, you can eat a dick. Because it ain't gonna happen. So if that's your motive for being in a specific party, that's anybody. If that's your motive for just being in a specific party, like, it just needs to be my race and my race only here, yeah, go fuck yourself. Ain't gonna happen. All right. Let me just get on that because I was about to get hot. I could talk about the fuck it. We can get there. So let's go ahead and segue to talking about things that affect your mental health and being okay with talking about it. Hey, what we doing? What? Where's my thing? Where's the claps? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm still learning this shit though. So that's why the topic's there. I don't talk about a lot of things that affect my mental health. I don't. But I think I'm trying to. I'm not sure. I'm one of those people I definitely like kind of talk out loud to myself a lot. And my mama used to call, like, she would say that shit, like, when you talk to yourself, you're crazy. And I think it's because she was, because, you see a lot of crazy folks who talk, or people who aren't, I can't say crazy. I don't want to be canceling like that. I want to be correct. People who just aren't all there in the mind, they're on the streets. I think that's what my mom was referring to. It's just like folks on the streets who probably, had a little bit of some drug problems, or they just have a lot of mental illness issues to where it is manifested that way, to where it looks like it's crazy. And then, look, nigga, you can see there's certain folks who they'll talk to themselves and they'll have a whole cast of folks within themselves. So I'm not gonna call them crazy. I'm just gonna say, I don't see a lot of people in my society who do that often. So if people want to label that as crazy, by all means, I'm not. But yeah, that's what my mom used to call it, crazy. So that's I'll use the word crazy for that. So yeah, man, I talk to myself a lot, and it's mostly for me now that I understand. Now that I've gotten away from like, okay, it's not crazy. It's just you really speaking to yourself and trying to speak, really trying to talk to yourself. Either talk yourself out of off the ledge, talk yourself on the ledge. Doing something crazy, or just trying not to do something crazy. Yeah, man, I think I definitely talking about it. It helps. If I've been doing it just a little bit recently, and opening up, as much as I could, or as much as my mind will let me to, and it does feel like a weight off your chest. But I definitely do need to do it a lot more. I don't do it I don't do it often enough to to ease my mental, and I need to. It's the first time I'm even actually saying this out loud. That's the funny part. Saying this shit out loud, I was like, oh man, bro, you got some work. You got to, the crazy thing, in my head, I was like, are you in control of your life right now? I'm like, huh. That's a good question. And the unfortunate part is, like, I'm like, damn, I don't really know. I'm 40 years old and I don't really know. Oh, so yeah. Man, this is like, it's going on in the airwaves, dog. I'm really doing this. So yeah, you be okay with talking about things that are affecting your mental health. For me, it's definitely been the money part. I haven't had a stable job. Or shit, I ain't had a job since like 2002, right before my daughter was born. And that's through no fault of mine. It's just the job was going in a different direction, and I just wasn't part of that direction. But I ain't tripping. It was a blessing because I was able to really pursue my music and really start to build my brand. It gave me a lot of time to do that. And the last 3 years has definitely helped. Like I've been able to really focus on like the social media stuff, my music a lot, and work with a lot of people that I've always wanted to work with. So it's and get the recognition out here in my city, that I've been that you want as an artist, as a musician. So I've been doing that. That's what's been getting me there. But it's a tough struggle, man. Like music, especially being independent, not being signed. It's a journey. It's definitely a journey. It's not for the weak. If you want to be an artist and you want to really focus on that shit, man, there's a lot of things. There's no right way to skin a cat, and you can go a lot of wrong ways skinning that cat, man. You can go a lot of wrong ways skinning that cat. That's wild, skinning that cat. God damn. So yeah, oh yeah, shout out to man, like, I ain't got no sponsorship yet, but shout out to White Claw, man. Y'all good with this. But yeah, there's no blueprint. There's no specific blueprint, I'll say, to making it out in industry, to even getting to where I'm at. I didn't understand, like, even now, I still don't, like, I want a lot more, but there are people out here who look at me a lot different, like, oh, well, nah, this nigga overdoing it, this nigga blah blah blah, and like, I mean, yeah, I'm doing it, and I'm doing it on a different like level than some people are, just because I'm really focused on how it looks to people, because as I said, I'm on social media a lot now, and I'm really focused about the messaging. And I believe a lot of artists aren't. They're just doing it. They're just putting things out there and like expecting it to hit without without giving real value. So like I said, but and just even getting to that point, it takes a toll. But like I said, other people look at it as like, oh, this nigga yada yada, you got so many followers, so on and so forth. But that's that, I mean, yeah, I'm working with some really cool people. I'm in certain spaces that I've done I've busted my ass to, but I'm 40 years old, and like it doesn't mean anything, but like to the outside, it's like, oh man, like he's here as an independent. Like, what does that look like for me if I get there? When I get there, like, am I gonna be hit where he's at, or am I gonna be further? And like I said, bro, like this is what I, even as a young artist, I was looking the same way too. So it was like that's another part of like the struggles of being an artist, and and again being an independent artist and trying to navigate being an artist and dealing with your own mental health, as far as like how you have to move about that, man. Again, it's as an independent artist, you are everything. You do everything. And even now that social media is such a major factor in And being an artist, you have to do even more, even more. And if you're not willing to do that on a daily basis, it's going to be tough trying to be an artist out here. Because you have people who will get out here and bust their ass every single day. We'll find a team of people who are like-minded, who will get out there and do the work with them. Bro, and not everybody is afforded that type of that type of situation. And I can't say I'm not afforded. I'm like, not everybody is thinking on the same terms of whoever has gotten that situation. And they're more so like, damn, I have to do it this way for me, and it's not necessarily working out. So, again, that's where like the whole mental health shit, like, man, what the fuck is going on? How am I doing this? Yada, yada. So I go ahead and say, like, that as an artist and just as a person, yeah, a lot of these things like go come into play, like, not having a steady piece of income coming in, and then having a family, and trying to, I don't know, trying to provide, but not being able to do enough, not even enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even to do like the bare minimum to help the family. Thankfully, I have a great partner who she's, she's been so diligent with me and being able to, and understand to a degree. I can't say she's not feeling the ass, and I can't say she's not going through her own shit. You know what I'm saying? I know she is too. So yeah, it's bro, that's hard. That shit hard. And and having the mental capacity to push through is even harder. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think that's why I'm talking about it on the mic right now. Like, even right now, like, this is like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh shit, I'm saying this out loud, and people are going to hear this, and I'm cool with it, and I'm gonna clip this up too, so people can really hear it. Yeah. So it's okay to talk about this type of shit. At least I'm saying it's okay. It's like it's giving me a different clarity and confidence. I'm like, okay, all right, nigga. Now that you are saying this out in the world, out into the open spaces, even to yourself. All right, what's the best course of action? And we'll see. You guys are definitely gonna be on my journey. This is episode 7, so definitely episode 8. You guys will episode 9, so 10, episode 100. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the journey. Y'all see, how this thing turns around. But yeah, definitely don't be afraid to speak about this openly to yourself, but make sure you can hear it. Make sure you can you can say these words and you can hear it back. Saying it in your head doesn't necessarily do anything. I see a lot of people who journal. My girl, she journals a lot. And so it definitely helps her. And I know that helps a lot of other people, like seeing what they're going through, seeing what their thoughts, and then reading it back to themselves either aloud or, but it being a physical product to yourself, the words that you're, that you're saying to yourself and about yourself and for yourself. It is powerful. It is a powerful thing. And especially is not, and I'm an artist too, like I said, so it's even more powerful to be able to express that and then express it again in the musical form and then show it. So yeah, that was fucking a wild ride. You can hear in my voice, like, damn, they sound nervous talking about this. Yeah, because I don't talk about it. That's just how most men go through it. We don't talk about a lot of shit, especially niggas who don't. I don't go to therapy, So, you know, I probably should, but I guess this will be my therapy until I can, you know, until I'm able to afford it, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I hope Trump don't fuck up the healthcare like that, man. You know what I'm saying? That'll suck. Yeah. But yeah, be cool with talking about shit that affects your mental. I think it's gonna. Well, for me, I know it's helping me. It's starting to help me out, and I think it's gonna help anybody else who's listening to this out. Doesn't, you know? This is an opening, an eye-opening thing that could definitely change your life, man. And if you got to see a therapist, man. If you got to really like talk to somebody else and get answers back from an actual professional, I say do that too. It works. It definitely works as well. I don't knock it. Again, I just haven't done it, but I don't knock it. It's a great way to get your shit off. Got to get your shit off sometimes, man. Oh shit, gotta get your shit off sometimes, bro. That's why I gotta get back into boxing. You know what I'm saying, man? Because I be ready to fight shit too, bro. I be ready to fight shit, and I know niggas out here in the world, bro. Like these YNs, what they call them now, man. The YNs, the young niggas. Yeah, bro. I don't want no smoke with none of these niggas, bro. Especially because I'm crazy, like niggas. I'm gonna fuck around and you know, get it to one of these young niggas, bro. And these niggas got the young thumperooski on them, bro. And I ain't gonna think about it. I got a whole family to fucking, you know what I'm saying, to think about, bro. And my crazy, stupid ass fuck around and be done choke one of these young ass niggas out, bro. And then then end up getting dealt with after that in like a parking lot or some shit like that. So nah, nigga. Hey, bro, that's why, man, you know what I'm saying, gotta, woosah, calm your mental, keep your shit straight. Don't be out here on the crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here fucking with these young niggas either, bro. These niggas want to press you. Understand that, he's just young. They're just young. They're a little crazy. They're a little dumb. You know what I'm saying? Just like you used to be. So, you know, you don't want to get in their way. Because when I was their age, nigga, yeah, bro, bro. Nigga, I was a fucking hot, crazy ass hothead, nigga. Yeah, bro. Crazy ass hot. I'm glad I didn't keep weapons on me. I would have been in jail. So yeah. So yeah, nah, I don't want to end up on the 10 o'clock news, man. I done got shot for fucking with some young niggas, bro. Trying to be, you know what I'm saying, not dealing with my mental health correctly, and going off and, you know what I'm saying, and doing something stupid or getting something dumb happen to me. So yeah, talk about that mental health, bro. Who or sis. Get out there and really don't fuck, you know, don't fuck with these. Don't get out there and do some crazy shit, man. And that's that right there. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think I was gonna talk that long about that. But yeah. So I was gonna talk about Luka, but you know, hey man. I've completely stopped watching the NBA. I only kind of really watch it until it gets to the playoffs, and it looks like the Lakers are going to be going to the playoffs. I think the last time I even spoke about the Lakers, they were like number 8, number 6, number 8. Them niggas number 2 now, bro. They've been balling since Luka got there. I've been watching clips here and there. I've been watching the games. I'll watch here and there, but like. Clips, you know, I usually am really good at putting a story together, a basketball game together by just looking at stats, looking at clips, mainly actually looking at stats, bro. I'm really good at like looking at a stat. I'm like, oh, this how they won the game, yada yada yada. It was either defensive, they had a lot more assists, they scored. You know what I'm saying, their bench players did better. Their differentials, their defensive differentials were better than. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to put a story together of how a team won. But yeah, so yeah, I'm looking at Luka now like, yeah, like this is exactly what LeBron needed to end his career with another chip. And if this would be 4 or 5? 4? This would be 5. Wait, he has 4, right? Oh yeah, okay, he has 4. Yeah, this will put it right there with Kobe. Get him that 5th ring. Yeah, this is exactly what LeBron James needed, and I'm glad to. This is really great, to be honest with you. This will be a great ending story for LeBron James. He will have won. It's already been said. He's already won titles on every single team that he's played, every single NBA team he's played for. But to win multiples, he's won 3. He won 2. Yeah, he won 2 in Miami. He won 1 in Cleveland, and 1 in. I think Luka's gonna get him his second one in LA. They look good. Especially on paper, man, they look good. And I'm in a group chat too, where like it's nothing but they're all fucking Laker fans. This is insane. I mean, like I don't even know why I'm in a group chat anymore. Like these niggas are all fucking Laker fans. I have nothing to rebut or unbut. I'm a Bulls fan. Fuck can I talk about? Nothing. Rebuild every year. Every year rebuild. Fuck am I? What? No one, and then no one's gonna come to the market. So, yeah, gotta love that. I'm in a fucking group chat full of Laker fans. So yeah, but I mean, even that though, like I'm able to get like information from these guys too. Yeah. Man. But shout out to Luka. This is definitely a great addition to the Lakers and to LeBron's legacy. To that, yeah, he'll get that 5th ring, and well deserved. Now, all right, now let's get to this. Is gonna be our last topic of the night. Damn, that's all the topics. I didn't think any of these. I didn't think any of these topics will end up lasting 2 hours, but it lasted 2 hours. That's crazy. White Claw. All right, so let me pull up these artists right here. Oh, real quick too. Shout out my cousin Kiana. Today was her birthday, so happy birthday, cuz. Love you. Yeah, no one gave me any. You know what? That's because I didn't fucking. That's my bad, man. I didn't pose the question this week, so that was on me. Let me just find IE artists that I fucks with, and they and they out here doing their thing. So I got Trey Sway, my boy Trey Sway. Excuse me. My boy DJ Trey Sway. He has an album coming out. Oh shit! Right there. That yawn is crazy. Is it my messages? Yeah, I'm just be editing all this stuff out, so it's all good. All right, there it is. So DJ Trey Sway, my boy Trey, from the Murder Val from Marina Valley. He's got an album coming out called And That's Saying a Lot. It's actually dropping the end of March here. So let's play some of the music real quick, big dog. Turn your headphones. Yeah. Hey, don't play yourself, just play the game, just be yourself, don't be a lame. I pray for you, just do the same, won't hate on you, but I keep it playing. Pins in my heart like David Blaine, but I'm doing fine, I can't complain. I'm feeling you like fatal flame, won't fall on you like paper plane. We fresh to death like broken wings, that's so fast, biting whistling. My SMS go from blue to green, heard even tired like Freddie Dreams. Can't make this up, no Maybelline. Say she
love me. She just saying things, screaming fuck me. You just saying things, but in real life I wouldn't change a thing. That look on your face go from A to Z. My last hoe learn not to play with me. My love so huge like B.I.G. I'm a bad boy, gotta keep faith with me. If it all goes well, just wait and see. If the world go dark, you can lay with me. Like the roof caved in, she ran on me. Never asked no bitch, cause she changed for me. Got so much love, I can stash it out. Niggas hate so much, they can pass it out. Bitch think real niggas all plastic, wow. Real solid ass nigga, I can match them out. Got so much love, I'ma stash it out. Niggas hate so much, they can pass it out. Bitch think real niggas all plastic, wow. I'm a real ass nigga, I can match them out.
So yeah, man, shout out my boy Trey Sway. Give some around some Clyde, man. The album drops, and that's saying a lot. The album's dropping at the end of March. Hey, I forgot I do it. So I was actually there during that shoot, bro. You had my little cameo at the end, bro. It was cold as fuck. It was cold as shit. Like it was cold, bro. He ain't got gloves because he's about to rob. This nigga got gloves because it was cold as shit. It was, my God, it was cold. And we was out there just thugging through it. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Traceway, man. It's cold now. Yo, it got that's crazy. That's crazy. I saw that shit in real time, bro. Like I talk about how cold it was, made my body remember how cold it was, and I put my hoodie on just off like that's crazy. The body and the brain is weird. So yeah, that was Traceway. He should drop it, and then I got my boy CM McDuff. He's actually dropping his album at the end of March as well. Holy shit. Go to his his last post. All right, so okay, so my boy CM McDuff, his album is called Same Time Next Week, and that drops on the 28th of March here. Here's a clip of one of the songs here, man. Oh shit, let me get to it. So yeah, again, y'all want to follow the fuck CM McDuff right there. Go ahead, check my bro out. But here's one of the songs from, I believe this is one of the songs from the album. Well, let's see. Yeah.
Tears on the floor, blood on his clothes, all broken, no one knows. Like tears on the floor, blood on his clothes, all broken, no one knows. In this world, he on his own. Too many vices on my phone right now to sleep. It's on my phone right now to sleep. Delete and ask me time.
Woo! Hey, bro, you can't do that. Come on, my nigga. Where the fuck is the you going?
The concept of.
Come on, bro. Y'all, yeah, it's the now. Now here's the guy. This better be the full video. I'm gonna be mad if shame. Yeah, y'all seeing me comment in real time.
Tears on the floor, blood on his clothes, broken, no one knows. In this world, he on his own. Too many vices on my phone right now to sleep. It's on my phone right now to sleep. Delete and ask me time froze.
Woo!
I love the memories I held close. Battle won't show growth. Main character of the story always feels the most, but hides behind the smile, so his feelings never exposed.
Hey. Yay.
See, I care too much, my heart too big, I love the most. Unconditional, I'm not your average Joe. I got dead friends, nigga, I got enemies. I got bad bitches, free codes, and everything that's in between. Ex-bitches that said I wouldn't make it. Jealousy, free the bitch. Niggas act like hoes with female tendencies. I know some people want me, that I hit they bitch to play me. Upgraded my attributes to go up of the century.
Hey.
I don't have no friends inside the industry. Politics as usual, they know I'm on a killing spree. So many voices on this phone right now.
Hey.
So many voices on this phone. So many voices on this phone right now.
Hey, that shit go, nigga. Hey, bro, that so I was there for this shoot too. Nigga, I didn't really hear the song Cause like it was cold as fuck, and I was in another car because I was warming up. So, hey, I'm usually, like I said, it was cold as fuck, bro. We was out there damn near in literal snow. That's why you see like that wasn't an effect. That nigga was in snow. Yeah, it was outside, and it was damn near fucking snowing, nigga. That was not an effect. But yeah, shit, that motherfucking bang, bro. That shit bang. And I'm engineering that goddamn album. I ain't heard that song. That motherfucker, that's fire. That's fire. Hey, that boy good. So that's Sam McDuff. He's dropping his album. What's it called again? Because I have a terrible memory. I smoke too much weed. It's called Same Time Next Week. Drops the 28th of this month. All right, cool. You know what? I forgot my boy Tyron. Tyron just dropped his album, so let's get into it. Let's check his shit out too. Is this it right here? Oh shit! How are you just doing shit? Damn. Nigga, Tyron. He dropped his album. It's called. I don't know. Give me a second. All right, it's called Something Else. Okay, yeah, it's called Something Else. It just dropped February 7th, actually. My bad, it didn't just drop. It dropped February 7th. He's actually been promoting the hell out of this damn album. So shout out to Tyron. The nigga's he is an incredible artist. Please go check him out. Ooh, excuse me. Let me go to one of his videos, like we're doing everybody's video. He's been like really moving out here lately. Well, not lately, but that's how. The brother is a genius. Yeah, that's really all I can say. Like the extreme, he can spit, he can sing, he can engineer. Has a very good ear about music. Cinematic, the nigga knows how to portray his. He really knows how to portray his message, and not just his message, but his personality, and just everything that he is, who he is in his videos. And I love his videos. So even though he may not know it, because like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, look, I'm not a silent admirer, because I do post your stuff and I do like your stuff. I do, you know what I'm saying, I do my thing. I support it. Excuse me, couldn't think of the word. I do support your music. I apologize if it's not as loud as it should be. So again, and I think I'm on this album. I ain't listened to it yet, but I'm actually about to listen to it now. Or I'm on a song on one of his. I'm on one of his albums. The nigga, like I said, this nigga's always creating. So yeah, he's again a definite genius. So let's hear one of his joints. Let's check out one of the videos. And again, if y'all want to follow him, please, it's at Tyron, TYRIN 448. Here's one of the videos.
I miss back when I was innocent. I wish that I had the spirit of a kid again. Rabbit ears, Venus wasn't cable or no internet. Jumping on the bed, getting bruises from the ceiling fan. Mama perfume, mixing coffee and a cigarette. Little Caesar like a militant. I've been Michelin. Tired of the county building lines for some benefits. This is not a richer competition, but I'm finishing first. Hey, but I ain't on no Ricky Bobby shit. We all eating. Quit the cap and y'all be Michael Jordan long reaching. Hey, how you judging me if we are all heathens? How you preaching with a closet full of demons? Make it make sense. Improv on the spot, y'all be on fake shit. Step brothers, they be challenging for y'all to face shit. Looking at it, make my soul burn and make me hate shit. Make it make sense, make it make sense, make it make sense, make it make sense. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Hey, make it make sense, make it make sense.
Yeah, see, this is why I love Tyron. Like, he definitely gives you glimpses of who he is. as a real person. Like he's he's not a person who's gonna fake his energy around you. He's gonna 100% show you who he is and tell you who he is, and unapologetically. That's why I love the guy. The guy is, again, he's a genius. And man, I can't wait to actually dive into this album. So that's my bad, bro, for not listening to the album. You have been 100% promoting the shit out of that shit. And I've seen a good majority of the stuff. So again, bro, keep moving, keep dropping shit. I know you have another shit. I think if I'm not mistaken, you have like another project dropping. I have to look through my messages again. But again, bro, shout out to you, kudos to you, bro, and keep moving. Keep doing your thing, because you do have a lot of people watching. And I do believe you have the right people watching. I'm gonna get. Oh shit, Jesus Christ! Here, let me do this. Let me get more. God, that's just so fucking loud. Let's get a couple more people that I've been seeing. Cam Archer. I said Cameron. I ain't mean to say your whole name, bro. Love you, B-Dog. So Cam Archer, my nigga, he has an album dropping pretty soon here. Yes. So Cam has an album dropping called Banner Boys. It's with Cam Archer and Nabi, and Grammy Award winning producer Nabian. Let me go ahead and get my brother's name straight. Incredible duo. Nabian, one of the greatest producers that I've ever seen in my life. Cam Archer, literally one of the best rappers I've ever witnessed in my life. So these are two people that I actually know personally, and these guys are just really are top tier. You cream of the crop. I.e. natives, cream of the crop. So again, they have a album called Banner Boys coming out April 8th. Shit, I'm excited. Hell yeah. Hold on. I didn't see this. Like, and put some them champion cones in there. Hold on. Where's it at? I gotta scroll. Is there a search? Wait, why isn't there not a search for this? Wait, this is insane. Why on the desktop version of Instagram is there not a search menu available? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Where the heck is it's the championship cup? Yeah, of course I'm gonna pass the championship cup. Well, like, who the hell? Anywho, sorry, that was a psycho. Anywho, Banner Boys, Cam Archer and Nabian. So my dumb ass just noticed that it was muted. Let's start this again. So if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the songs from the album, Hellraiser.
Let's get it. God body up a milli if the flow is the currency. Currently I got a current on a buoy, they burgeoning. Throwing fault on the net will never lead to you serving me. No more clubs left in the 9 cause we prioritize birdie shit. I'm balling out the same sweater as Birdie, but if it's time to lick shots, it's most on the jersey. Became the boss and the hitter. If you bitter, you flirted with death, thinking I'll digress when the sharks get the circle and shit. Yeah, what's the landscape? My OG puffin' Mandrake, that loud could make your hand shake. Autobot top come off my passenger, a rare chase. Y'all see solid type, I got her listening to bands playing. Blade in the vamp lane, Bane with the mask change. Range make your eyes strain, bag like that Hornet Guard. Add up the foul remarks, tag up your homie card. Fuck you looking sour for, cause the hood love me. White fans look like Shannon Moore. 90s probably left some flowers out by Shannon's door. Hop in the DeLorean again and come back in velour. We ain't trying to hear about your wins cause we did it more. Big gold belt grill, engine in the figure 4. Albums like a movie score. MGM equivalent, I'm king without the Lions roar.
Hey.
Tell me dumb it down, oh yeah, you know I ain't heard that before. Hellraiser bitch, what's the saying? When it rains it pours. Shit, Was that a walk-off? 15 in parties, they was passing me to pop off. Now I stay sober while my buzz starting to pop off. Ain't no radio appearance, see it didn't pop off. Fuck it, we can have the same convo in the next fall, nigga.
So that was Cam Archer. Now I'm going to call you Cameron, sir, because that was fucking amazing, Doc. Hey, look here. Cam Archer, in my opinion, is the best rapper in the Inland Empire. Hands down, not even a question. And I've told him that personally. But I'm gonna say this out now publicly. Cam Archer is the best rapper in the Inland Empire. There's no mistaking that. And I love everybody out here. Don't get me wrong, dog. But Cam is that nigga, and I don't see anybody besting him. Looking directly in the camera, I don't see anybody besting him. Yeah. So, like I said, dog. Shout out to my bro, Cam. Yeah, bro. I'm excited for the project. You and Nabi have always delivered. You and Oh Gosh have always delivered. You and all three of them niggas have all y'all. Y'all have definitely always delivered. So shout out to you. That album again is called. Yep, that's what I dumbass get. It's called Banner Boys, and it's dropping April 8th this year. And last but not least, my brethren, even though he's not like, look, he's from Carson, California. So let me do my brother right, my brother Curtis King. He's from Carson, California, but he is definitely a staple in the Inland Empire. But even more staple in the Carson area. So yeah, he actually just dropped a remix album of a GNX remix album. And you can get it right now actually. So you should probably go to his my thigh itches. So go to Curtis King's website. I think it's curtisking.com, and you'll be able to find the album. But it's called GNX, and it is the remix. Excuse me. So he remixed. So obviously he remixed the whole album, but he has a video out to Squabble Up. Now, this song right here, I already love the song. The remix that Curtis King did, I had to get up and start crip walking. I had to, and it was early in the AM too, so my knees was still waking up, toes was still waking up, and body was still waking up, but I was still able to muster up this crip walk because of this song. Y'all need to hear this.
I am reincarnated. I'm a stargazing. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. I keep a horn on check of my seat. I peep ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get off, I get off at my feet.
Yeah, bro, not the motherfucking RBX, man. Face. Talking about face. Gobble up. Gobble up. Hey. I'm a money tree and it blow throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the camera, speed it off. Yes, us. I feel good, get the fuck out my vibes. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the prize. Squabble up, 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 squabble up. If I was the president, then I would take facts. You leave it up to me, I'll paint your White House black. You can never go wrong with an MC Breed remix, especially that specific song there. Yeah. Yeah. Again, so y'all go ahead and let me go ahead get back to that real quick, y'all. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be. That is the GNX remix by my bro Curtis King. Yeah, he actually does, and he actually did the lives. I think he still has the lives up. If not, or he's on his Patreon. Either way, go to curtisking.com and you'll be able to find all those videos and the download stuff and the download for the RMX, the remix for GNX. So that actually concludes Gene's Pod episode 7? What? Come on, button. See, I'm over here slapping the button. Anywho, yeah, this is episode 7. Man, I made it, bro. I thought, I didn't. This is gonna be a longer episode because I was sitting there just talking. But anywho, thank y'all again. You guys can find all of my music and my podcast episodes right here at EugeneO'NeillBeats.com, or you can go to my YouTube and type in Eugene_O'Neill_ and you can find me there. This has been a great episode. It's a fun episode. And I can't wait to get to episode 8 actually. Yo, what? Episode 8? What the fuck we talk about, bro? Episode goddamn 8. This is crazy. Crazy to me. But yeah, we doing this every week. And I'm hoping to get back to my 2 episodes a week. But right now it's once a week, you know, the times where I can do it when my baby sleep. So yeah. So I will see y'all next week. And yeah. Thank you for fucking with me. Let's get it.